Hey everyone, my name is Riley Meek. I'm here with Sugarhouse Aerospace, the first company to provide consumer-priced access to space. Now, I'm sure the first thing that comes to your mind is, one, you guys actually build rockets? To that, I say, see for yourself. Second, you're probably thinking, even if you can build rockets, how are you going to compete with the big dogs like these guys? Well, the answer is we're not competing with them. If anything, we're helping them. An orbital rocket, or one of the rockets you saw on the last slide, costs at least $63 million. So when a satellite is placed in orbit, say one that powers Google Maps, it costs at least $63 million to do so. So companies, before sending these expensive payloads up into space permanently, will launch test payloads on what's called a suborbital rocket. A rocket that spends 5 to 10 minutes in space to ensure that everything is working properly before paying the big bucks to keep it up there for years on end. Now, even though we've made great progress in bringing the cost from $63 million down to $350,000, it's still out of reach. It doesn't allow for rapid prototyping in space. It's not easy, it's really not inexpensive, and it's really slow. But there's $1 billion spent each year in testing technology before putting it up permanently in space. But as we change things and make it easy, quick, and inexpensive to put things in space, that's going to grow to $1.5 billion. Not only that, it's going to expand to 2 other markets. The educational market, where right now $2 billion is spent each year on university projects or clubs. Of that, $300 million will be spent specifically on space technology. And then in the consumer market, where $750 million is spent every year just here in the United States on learning about space through museums, books, magazine subscriptions, or other space artifacts, $100 million will be spent sending consumer payloads into space. Now, right now there are 4 main competitors in the suborbital market. You may recognize some of them, and they're all very strong in their specific areas. But none of them are combined to be both quick, easy to work with, and inexpensive. So I'd like to introduce you to Sugarhouse Aerospace, and specifically Sugarhouse 1, our launch vehicle. So previously, like I was saying, it cost $350,000 to launch a rocket like this. With us, it's only $150,000. Now that's still out of reach for small aerospace companies, universities, and consumers, so you can launch something much smaller by just a seat on the rocket, a picosat or a femtosat, for $5,000 or $1,000 respectively. So now space is only $1,000 away from anyone on Earth. So, like I was saying, instead of $350,000, it's down to $150,000, and if you don't need the entire payload space, you can buy just $1,000 worth of space. Sugarhouse Aerospace is moving quickly. We have our first launch May 18th. We're excited, we're moving fast because it's fully booked. After that launch, we have a launch in December. It's also fully booked, where we'll be launching payloads into space for the first time. We have also our NASA certification that day, which means next year we'll get to start launching NASA payloads. We have 4 launches next year. One of them is already fully booked. After closing our angel round, we'll start to develop a larger facility that can produce 10 rockets a year. The year 2021, we'll introduce the curriculum into K through 12 schools. So instead of just working with universities, students in K through 12 will be able to learn about space in their class and to be able to put something in space. In 2022, we'll launch 50 rockets, close our Series A, and develop a Sugarhouse 100 facility capable of producing 100 rockets per year. Then in 2023, we'll release what's called the Sugar Cube. It's a modular payload for consumers that you can buy on Amazon or other retail websites so that anyone can put something in space. And that will only be $500. Then in 2024, we'll be up to full cadence where we'll be launching 100 rockets per year. And at that time, we'll be making $50 million in revenue with a 92% profit margin. Sugarhouse Aerospace is moving quickly, and we're changing the way that people think about space. The only question is, how are you guys going to be a part of it?